BBN, what's going on, guys? This is the Loyal BBN Fan Show. We are getting ready for Mississippi State. And one name for Mississippi State that just we all know all too well is Hubbard. My question to start off the video is this: do we just let Hubbard get his and we try to contain everybody else? Or is it even possible? Do you think Butler can guard Hubbard? Do you think Ortega can guard Hubbard? When Brea comes in the game, can he guard Hubbard? Now, we know how hard it is to win in Mississippi State. That Starkville, that arena is probably going to be a whiteout. They're probably going to white out the place. How do you feel about this game? Do you feel like that this game, first of all, it's a 1,000%. It's 1,000% not a guarantee win at all. Like, we got to go and we got to forget what just happened at Georgia. And we got to let that go. And we got to figure out a way to go into Starkville and get a win, because it only gets harder from here on out. We're not going. This Mississippi State crowd is going to be a lot worse than the Georgia crowd. Are we ready for this, man? Like, is this one of those competitions where Kentucky is just going to go into this in Humphreys Coliseum and just says, we got it? What version of Kentucky's defense showed up? Now, I guess the good thing about Kentucky is Kentucky, after losing a game this year, they went on to win the next ball game. Is this a chance that they break that cycle and lose 2 in a row? Next question is, what does Kentucky look like if Kentucky doesn't go down to Starkville and get a win? Is it time to panic? Because I mean, during all the talks, it's all about beating the Tennessees. It's all about beating the Arkansas. It's all about beating Alabama, the Auburns, the Florida. But how do you throw Mississippi State in there? Mississippi State, first of all, I thought that Georgia was a trap game. Anyhow, I still thought Kentucky could beat them, but I thought that was a trap game. I don't look at this as being a trap game, because it's always difficult to go in to Mississippi State and get a win. We're just look, let me just show up and just win, and let me get out of here and get back on the bus, and let me get out of Mississippi as fast as I possibly can. I don't know if our mental capacity of the players are ready to go into such an arena. Now, Butler played in the national, he played in the runner-up or something like that. So he understands that the crowds are going to be big and it's going to be rowdy. But being in an SEC environment with the home team having the majority of the fans there, do you think he's ready for that? Do you think anybody on the team is ready for that? Ready for that environment? Coach Pope can tell these players what it feels like to be in an environment like this, but until you experience it, until everybody in the arena is coming down on your head, how does Kentucky react to that? Are they going to say to themselves, we're not losing 2 in a row. We're not going on the road. We're going to win a road game that matters. And this right here matters. Look, if we want to keep up with Florida, if we want to keep up with Tennessee, if we want to keep up with the echelons of the SECs, having a game like Mississippi State tonight, only because and losing that game to Georgia, it makes this game that much more important. Do I want to say that this is such an important game for Mark Pope in his early career at Kentucky? I think so. I think that this game right here is really crucial. only for the fact is we're trying to make some noise in the SEC. We're trying to get a good seeding in the tournament. In the SEC tournament, we would like to keep our high range of in the tournament chances of actually being there. These are the kind of games that it's going to be a war for 40 minutes, and that same war that we brought against Florida, we're going to take that same war and we're going to have to take it, and we're going to have to run, and we're going to have to up it by 50%. The same energy that it took to beat Florida, we're going to have that same energy the whole ball games. I don't know if we can afford to come in and get down by 10, 11 points. I don't know if I don't want to say that we're not built like it, because we did it against Gonzaga. But it was a home game, but somewhat of a neutral game per se. But we know that it was majority Gonzaga fans that was in there. Are we prepared? Are they simulating the noise that's going to be inside that arena for that late Saturday night ball game? This is crucial. Like, I don't even know what the fan base says if we go down there and if we lose to Mississippi State and go 1-2 in the SEC. Like, that's putting us at the bottom. They beat Vandy. They beat Vandy by 10 points, I think it was, 76-64 or something like that, 74-64. But this is not a pushover game, and it's just today. We still got a couple more days before the ball game. I already have butterflies in my stomach just thinking about what could possibly go wrong in this ball game. That we don't feel the need to show up with the right mindset. Physicality has to be off the chain, man. Physicality has got to, like, they just look. If they're in a game that the referees are going to just call ticky-tack fouls, I don't know how we go in there and just be physical though. Now we're kind of on edge. How's the referees going to be? Is it going to be a quick whistle? Are they going to blow the whistle even if you look at somebody the wrong way? Like, how's this really going to work out? I hope that the officiating is not the reason if we lose the ball game. I hope that the officiating is not the reason why we win it. I hope we can show up in Starkville, and I hope that we can get an evenly called basketball game and at least just give us a chance to be in the ball game, to win the ball game, and not have to decide it because the referees feel like every little thing that goes on, they got to call the whistles. Now, I get it. When you're a home team, the crowd's there, the referees understand that. It's been like that for a long time. And I don't remember, but somebody actually mentioned that in one of the comments on the last video, and they made a good point. You at home, you're going to get calls. But some of those calls that was at Georgia was absurd. Some of them non-calls was absurd. So hopefully we don't go to Starkville, and hopefully we don't get the opportunity, or we get the opportunity to actually win or lose the ball game based off our play. And there's a bad taste in their mouth. There's a bad taste in Mississippi State's mouth because of the results of how everything ended last year. They coming out for blood. They just watched Georgia dominate us on the inside. You don't think they not going to go inside and be aggressive with us? Andrew Carr is going to be strong. Garrison's got to be strong. Williams got to be strong. We got to protect the glass. We got to rebound. We can't just let them sit out. Look, we can't just let Herbert sit outside and just shoot the ball all night long. We got to go out there. We got to cover the perimeter. We got to communicate. We got to talk. And don't panic if things don't look positive in the beginning. Stay together as a team. And see, that's the good thing. That's the one that's the one good thing that we really got going for us is we know what it feels like to be down to a good team. We was down to Duke, we caught up and won. We was down to Gonzaga, we caught up and won. We was down to Florida, we caught up and won. Now we are playing, and if I'm correct, Mississippi State is not even ranked. Is that right? Yeah, Mississippi State's number 14. Hey, we know we're going to drop in the polls, which doesn't matter to me. But we might as well take them down with us. Why not? They number 14 team in the nation. Let's go beat them. We only losing to non-ranked teams. This is a ranked team. Maybe that's in our favor. That's another top 15 win for us this year. If we can get it done. I just want to see our Cats get on that plane. This is a business trip. Ain't no messing around. Let's go there and let's take care of business, because it means too much to too many people to set up and watch our guys on TV show up to an arena unprepared. I cannot think in any type of scenario where Coach Pope understands that the guys have got to be more prepared for this moment. But you would think between Coach Pope and these guys being older, you would think they wouldn't need a whole lot of coaching up to be prepared for a ball game of this atmosphere. But we're going to give them the benefit of the doubt. But this ball game, the Wildcats, the Big Blue Nation, we're ready to see the Wildcats go down there and play some elite defense for 40 minutes. The same way you played against Florida, you got to play against Mississippi State all night long. Being on the road makes it that much harder. We got to go in there and we got to shut the crowd up as fast as possible. If we don't, if we let the crowd stay in it to the whole ball game, I don't know if we're built to win that ball game. We have got to find a way to win this ball game. We have got to find a way to go into Mississippi State and get back on the bus as victorious. We've got to end that. We got to walk away from Starkville 2-1 in the SEC. It's crucial. You don't have any room. You don't have any room to lose this ball game. Losing to Georgia, that hurt. That hurt on many, many factors. So when we play Mississippi State, we got to get this win. Because we got to play Tennessee twice. We got to play Bama. We got to play Auburn. These games are not going to be easy. Arkansas, these games are not going to be easy. You can't afford to keep losing little games like this that maybe you should have won. I don't know if there's even a is there a what's name out on this? There's not a I don't think there's a spread out yet. Or at least I don't see it. I don't see a spread on it. So if anybody, by the time you guys watch this video, it may be one out. We got to wait and see. Is Brea going to be healthy? Is he going to be questionable? Is he going to be ready to go for the ball game? Is anybody else going to be sick or hurt for the ball game? Oh, is everyone going to be there and available to play? What do we get out of Perry? Do we see Trent anytime this ball game? Jackson Robinson. Would you rather have Jackson Robinson continue to start and Brea come off the bench like they are? Or would you rather see Brea come off the bench and start and then Jackson come in and be that outstanding sixth man that he was at BYU? Look, either way you look at it, I don't know. I don't know how to fix this problem, but the guys inside that locker room, they got to figure it out. Like, they got to figure this thing out. Because these teams are not going away. These teams are coming at UK as hard as possible. A lot of these guys wish they had the opportunity to go to Kentucky to play basketball. But now that they feel like that they got disrespected and they wasn't good enough to go to Kentucky, now they want to beat Kentucky. And that's the problem that we're running into. So we better show up and play, because if we don't, Mississippi State is definitely coming into play all night long. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys liking it and subscribing to the channel. Thank you for watching Loyal BBN Fan Show. And until next time, I'm out.